gentlemen, my name is Phyo Aung. For this, and most people will call me PPA. Some will call me Mario. But for this 5-minute presentation, I would like to call myself by my own real name, Phyo Aung. Before we start, I would like to show you a little video here.
My name is Aung. I'm from Burma. I'm the director of the Human Rights Education Institute of Burma. We recently did a research on the impact of 377, which is known as a sodomy law in Burma, on the LGBT people in my country. I was a big shock of the finding because in our country, there's two ways of discrimination. One is by law, because 377, the old British law, still exists in Burma. And many of the security forces, and particularly the police, use this law to intimidate, harass, or to misuse against homosexual people, because the law itself can anyone doing a homosexual act could be sentenced at least 10 years to life in prison.
This talks about one of the laws called Law Number 377, and it basically is an excuse for the police force in Myanmar to basically harass and put a lot of the LGBT community in jail. So this video was published in 2013. 5 years later, the discrimination from not only the population, but also the police force is still very apparent. You see, my young gay life was quite a simple one, in that it never really existed. I was born in Yangon, Myanmar, and grew up conflicted between living in a quickly modernizing world that is stuck in the traditional ways of my culture and family. There was no time for me to find a comfortable way of coming out without the fear that most people had at that time. I only had a chance to find the freedom of expression when I traveled to the United States. You see, at the same time, I was in fear of finding a career with my degree. See, I gained a Bachelor of Arts in Luther College with a concentration in music education. Even then, it was changed from just music alone, because, to be honest, I was scared. Scared of what people told me about the job prospects of a music degree, or lack thereof. It was a time of exploration, too. I was finding out who I am as a creative and as a member of the LGBTQ+ community. So, graduating in 2017, I returned back to Yangon, and I hit the ground running to share my experience with my hometown. That was where I met Billy Stewart from N Proud. He's an activist group centered around gay rights and organizing film festivals. And Tom Sampson, who teaches music at the British School in Yangon. And together, we created a choir that meets at the British Club every other Sunday for 2 hours. And immediately, we got singers from all walks of life, coming together for the sake of music and sharing their experiences with it. Now, creating the choir did not happen without any difficulties. The community is still heavily discriminated and stereotyped. And there is a higher percentage of youth who has not come out to themselves and the people around them. So they may come to these rehearsals, but with the fear of exposure, they will be backing out of the performances. Still, we move on. And it was during then that we gained recognition from multiple publications within not just Myanmar, but also the world. Then came our first performance. The Proud Festival is a 3-day pride festival, and this year for the first time, it was held in a public park. This meant that this event was approved by the government who owns this park. Not bad. And during these 3 days, 8,000 people ranging from the LGBTQ+ community to curious locals attended, the most in the 4 years of this festival. And that was our stage for the first ever showcase of the gay choir. And from then on, we went through performance after performance, ranging from singing in the middle of the mall during the International Gay Day Against Homophobia and Transphobia, to a performance during the royal wedding of Prince Harry in the British Embassy itself. We were celebrating love in all forms. You see, most times after each performance, we get scared. scared that the police see these events as a mass medium of harassment, or worse, get thrown into jail. But this did not stop us. In a span of 8 months, we got to share our love for music and who we are as people for a total of 5 times. And neither Thomas, Billy, or I would not have expected such high praise and appreciation for what we do. So, moral of the story is, this video was made 5 years ago. Change is coming soon. Creating the choir was a strong step into what we need to do and need to be aware of as a nation. Most times, it's difficult, but never did I lose sight of the grand scheme of why I did what I did, and it's to express ourselves in song, loud and proud. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.